Ready? Ready. Good to go, Mike. Did you switch teams? It is Tourmaline Desert, and here we go. Back to you, Ben and Mike.
Eon Synergy opting to go back to Tourmaline, even though they just picked up a win on Canyon Network. Teams have switched. They might not be as comfortable on that other side, so they want to head back to Tourmaline and try to
and we've seen Canyon and Tourmaline over and over in this whole tournament, so it's a little bit of a return to reality maybe after some polar excursions. We're back on a map that these two teams, again, very familiar with. I think Eon, frankly, is more comfortable on Tourmaline than on Canyon. Not just tonight, but when we've watched them throughout the whole semifinals into the finals, it just struck me as that was the map I think that they most enjoy playing on, that they like how they set up, how they react. I think they're comfortable with it, but Imperial, obviously, they practice this map a lot too.
Absolutely. I mean, in the subject of light play, we've got the Wolfhounds versus the Mistlynxes on Canyon. Now we've got Wolfhounds versus what we've seen as being the ER large cheetah machine gun. Whether they take those again or not, I don't know, but that's what we've seen in the past. We might see a commando run around again, for all I know.
But one nice thing that's easy on us is we can always count on Eon Synergy to bring Wolfhounds. So
yes,
that's
consistency makes my job easier.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But that's true. If Imperial decides to bring the commando again, I think they need to be using it a little more like they did on Polar Highlands, right? Running around, grabbing cap points in the backfield, staying alive, coming in, kind of in the last minute when they're beat up. Unfortunately, they didn't have the opportunity to do that on Tourmaline earlier in the first drop because they were losing the trades. That commando had to get in there and try and do some damage. They didn't have the cap advantage. They didn't have the trade advantage. They needed a commando to come in here. It's not really designed to do that, though. It's got 2 flamers and 2 SRM4s. It's not a lot of firepower, even for a light mech.
Absolutely. Both teams getting readied up right now. As soon as we got everybody ready, we'll be going in and taking a look. But yeah, I mean, did you think that we'd be seeing Eon Synergy up 2-1 on the series right now in round 4? I mean, that's especially after what we saw out of them in round 2. Yeah, they got a match win, but still, Imperial looking very strong. Something's changed.
I think part of it is just Eon Synergy, building some confidence, right? Believing that they can win. They get a drop off Imperial, and then they come out and they play 2-2-8. They start off a little rocky, but then they come out strong against Blackwatch, and they just finish very strong against them. Then they're moving forward, and they come against Imperial, and they win their first drop. And I honestly believe from, my time as playing competitive player and watching these competitive games, there is something to be said about gaining some momentum, about getting some confidence in what you're doing. And on the other side, if you start losing, you start second-guessing yourself. You start second-guessing your strategies, how you're playing, and you start to question, are we doing the right thing? And you can get yourself in trouble doing that.
Absolutely. Speaking of that, competitive MWO, of course. We both play it. We both love it, and that's why we're here. These guys play it. They love it. It's a great opportunity. Anybody that would like to play competitively, get out there, find yourself a unit. Competitive forums on MWOmercs.com. There's hiring halls in there. If you've never played competitive before, it really adds another level to MechWarrior Online.
Yeah, it really does. And just let the stream know, we are having a technical issue right now. We have a computer that needs to be restarted. Hopefully we'll get it up pretty quickly and we'll get you this next drop. But right now, Eon Synergy sitting with the lead, 2-1. If they win this next match, they're going to win the round. If they win the round, however, it doesn't necessarily mean that they get first place. It just keeps them alive.
Yes, if Eon does come away with this, they will be we'll be going to a round 5.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long night then.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where after what we've seen so far and people's expectations of the defending world champions, if the second place team from last year comes in and forces a round 5, I think there's going to be a lot of hype.
Yeah, and I think that speaks also to just, the growth of Eon Synergy as a team. We saw them play Imperial last year as well. Everyone knows Eon Synergy came back. Imperial was the defending champions. They were here last year. And when the two of them played, Unfortunately, it really wasn't that close, and everyone said, "Oh, clearly Imperial, they're at the very top, and no one else can catch them." Right now, Eon Synergy is making a statement. Imperial might be at the top, but they're not going to be alone up there. There's some teams right on their tails coming after them, and I hope we can build from that in the future too. See some of these teams come up here and give us these good matches like what we're seeing tonight.
And I like how we have kind of a confirmation too from some of the feedback from last year of being like, oh well, these weren't the best 3 teams in the world. These were the best 1 team in each region brought together. Well, this year, that's not even an excuse. These are the best 3 teams in the world going head to head. And here we go, Eon Synergy right back in there against Imperial. So they were there last time. They're here again. They clearly deserve to be at MechCon participating in this tournament.
Yeah, and that's really the thing. We look at this now, and we are not just the best 3 teams in the world, but with the loss of Blackwatch earlier tonight, Eon moving on means that these are the best 2 teams in the world. We've got another 4 matches at the least, well, 2 matches at the least, potentially 4 matches if Eon takes first place to decide who's going to be the best team in the world moving forward from here tonight.
Yep.
But you know what? I think they're almost ready, getting about ready here. They were almost ready there, and then they dropped out.
They got you.
They got me.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
All right,
Looks
click
like
it
we're
before
ready.
they change their mind. Let's go. Drop 4. 2-1 in favor of Eon Synergy.
So here we go. Dropping in to drop 4. Eon Synergy up 2-1 right now against Imperial.
You can tell they want to keep this alive, though. They're going to be fighting hard on Tourmaline. This is their map. This is where they want to be. They're on the side of the map they want to be. They're gonna try and pull this off.
I think if you ask Eon Synergy, they're going to tell you it's not playing out any better. It could not play out any better than what they're getting right now. Obviously, they would have liked to win in 3. They would have liked to have won in the first round, but they've got Imperial on the ropes right now.
All right, we're just waiting on those drop ships to come in. We'll take a look at some of the mechs. All right. Once everybody gets connected, they'll be dropping in. Here we go. Taking a look over at that alpha to alpha position again. Usually see a lot of early PVC fire there. All right, we are on the Imperial side.
A little bit of a change up here in the drop positions.
All right, so there was nobody on the Alpha Lance position. Now, these guys do not know their Lance positions at all, so these guys can assume that there's somebody over there. They're looking, they're not seeing anything, but surprise, surprise, they were never there. So they're going to have to rely on their scouting.
In the tournament client, the Lance positions are not revealed in lobby. These teams don't know where they're starting or what the Lance distributions are before the game.
Some early shots go out, though, so they have been discovered by Bowser in that supernova. And Cat is out of the bag. Did they get far enough along what they were trying to do before they got seen? EMP now jumping into action.
This is definitely an interesting strategy. If Imperial can get up to the Stargate fast enough, Eon might not be able to get out of this canyon in time.
Radek taking a peek, trying to get some shots in, but pays for it as multiple people hit him, and he gets a taste of an airstrike and drops out of his high position. So they've flushed him out. That's a big win for Eon Synergy.
And Imperial really didn't respond that quickly to that move, so they're not going to be able to deny the exit out of the canyon for Eon Synergy. They don't have the firepower to do that.
So far, this move seemingly working pretty good in their favor, but they're still going to have to get out of the low ground. Looks like EMP kind of backing up, setting up their firing line, and they want to play some whack-a-mole here. Anything
Bowser
that
needs
peeks
to
up
be
is going to
careful.
get hit.
He's about to be in a world of hurt.
So Colonel O'Neill, Lizzie popping up. Looks like they got a mech pinned here. The Wolfhound's going in on the backfield of Bowser, and they're going to hit him in the back. They got him trapped, hitting him from every possible angle, and he gets taken down. A very fresh Bowser just gets dropped. That's a big win for Eon Synergy. Early game kill on an assault, that is big. They need to carry that momentum and take this to a finish.
And those Wolfhounds are still running around in the backfield. That's just one more thing for Imperial to worry about.
So we got these 4 mechs, a lot of strikes going back and forth, a lot of those hits going in on Legolas, 75%. Looks like Aurora and that Wolfhound kind of playing it wide, just trying to find an avenue to get in. We do have Zelaglock up in that spire. I don't know if that Wolfhound's going to be able to mess with him. He's trying to get some shots in on him. He might actually flush him out.
A lot of shots in that Battlemaster 1G, down to 53%. Strikes coming in continuously from Imperial.
These guys are so close to each other right now. Twinkie and Selith just danger close to the rest of Eon Synergy, and these strikes are doing quite a bit of damage.
We've captured resource point Sigma.
Another huge strike coming in right across that Battlemaster.
Aurora tried to get some shots on Zelaglock up there on the spire, and I think he fell off. That Wolfhound doesn't have jump jets, so that's a lot of leg damage to take when you fall.
He's still walking in the backfield. He's going to get in and he's going to start hitting Chico, but Chico got turned around, was able to flush him back out, denied that backstab.
Twinkie, but Selith's trying to back him up, and they get Hardock down. That's a Wolfhound down, trying to get Twinkie Overlord, and he's still alive.
So it looks like Da Red trying to back his way back out there. He's taking some damage as well. Failed gank attempt there cost them a mech. 1 dead on both sides.
These mechs are really damaged right now. Lizzie moving up again, trying to get some shots in. Very hurt
taking a big hit there.
Staying alive. And here comes Twinkie moving across the field.
O'Neill's going to get hit on Twinkie. And he gets the kill. O'Neill is coming around. He wants to get another hit. Gets a good burn on Aurora, but now he's going to... Oh, he's got Legolas with him, and he takes him out. But we've got 2 more quick kills on, or another quick kill on the other side. Qbert goes down in Hunchback, but 4 dead now for Imperial. 4 cap in favor of EMP though, so they really cannot let this get away from them like they did on Polar Highlands.
Imperial needs to slow this game down. They need to spread out. These last mechs remaining need to spread out, try and stay alive as long as they can.
Da Red needs to protect that Wolfhound, absolutely needs to worry about these caps. 400 tickets, it's ticking fast. That's 4 tickets per tick. Clean up, and he needs to go change some of these caps around. Looks like he got a piece of Radek's mech off.
Right now. Get some shots on Colonel O'Neill. Does not go down yet. The longer he can stay alive.
He's getting hit from both sides, though. Radek is about to go down, and he gets popped by Chico. They have flipped Theta back, so that'll buy them a little bit more time. Da Red going in against Proton.
Proton's legged, I believe.
He gets popped, and that's going to give him Epsilon. That's going to give them even more time, but there is a back cap going on to Sigma right now. We've got a very fresh Commando. They're going to have to try and work against this Commando, but 2 mechs remaining for Imperial. They might have done it fast enough, but they need to take Gamma and Kappa. It's time for Eon to spread out, but Solitude's still a threat. He's got a leg open, but he's got a lot of fight left in him, and he's got both of his weapons.
We've gained Epsilon.
So that will buy them a little bit of time, but losing Sigma at the same time is going to speed things up again for Imperial. This is going to be close if they can spread out.
Very careful about this. This is one of the toughest things to do as a light pilot. You're one of the few mechs remaining. You still have a chance to win if you play as smart as you possibly can.
Ooh.
Solitude, on the other hand,
he could have
doesn't
popped
know that Zelaglock is going the other way.
He's been looking that way. He's been looking that way. It's giving him time to leave. I think he's going to be able to get away with this if he just looked over there at the right time. Looks like he spotted him, but he's just going to get around the corner.
Not quick enough.
Not quick enough, but he's going to try and run him down now. Zelaglock is going to try and neutralize the point, but he's going to have Solitude right on his heels. If he can't neutralize this, it's going to keep things ticking.
And Nova is fighting Colonel O'Neill right now.
He cannot lose Gamma.
He
if
can't
he
hang
loses
out here.
Gamma, he's
Red
going to
is
be in
now
trouble.
closing in on Nova, and Nova is taking a lot of damage. I don't think he should have engaged Colonel O'Neill, but now Nova is trying to get away. He's taking a lot of damage in that engagement.
Zelaglock attempting to just juke these PPCs. If he gets hit, it's going to stop the cap attempt. He did stop it. Gamma is stopped for now, but if he gets on the point, he's going to have to kill Solitude. That could be enough to secure the win if Solitude wins this fight.
And Nova is now trying to prevent the cap on Gamma.
I think this is going to be all about Zelaglock winning this against Solitude if they have any hope of pulling this off.
We have 2 separate cap fights going on right now. Nova just trying to delay the Gamma cap as long as he can. He's got Legolas hurt if he can just bring him down. And he does bring Legolas down, but Colonel O'Neill comes in and kills Nova. Gamma is now undefended.
Zelaglock overheats, Solitude coming around behind him. He does get a chance to turn around. One shot on that right torso will take Solitude out. Tickets are still bleeding slowly, and he gets Solitude.
Eon wins it.
Eon Synergy just pulls it off. Wow, what a finish! There's 2 fights. I wish I had I wish I could have been watching both. But that PPC battle, Solitude versus Zelaglock, was insane.
Wow.
And Zelaglock able to pull that off. Good twisting, just great. It got away with the overheat too. That's big because he was going in. He was going to get the kill shot on the overheat. Wow.
That was a heck of a round. You know what? I think we need another round.
I think I think we should have another round. How about it?
Sounds pretty good.
Eon Synergy 3-1 over Imperial, and we're going to be going to round 5.
Yeah. For the first time, we didn't go to round 5 last year. Here we are going to round 5. That means that 3 wins, and you go home with all the marbles.
I hope Eon Synergy knows that there's going to be another round, by the way.
Yeah.
Because that would be a hell of a surprise.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, they've kept it alive. So how about that strat? No Alpha Lance spawn, sending everybody straight down into Death Valley. They get spotted halfway through, but EMP did not push up to Hoop and start shooting down at them. They stayed passive, they stayed back, they let them come up. And then there was some key ganks in open fields, taking out an assault right off the bat. They did lose one of their lights on the back gank attempt on Twinkie, but still, Colonel O'Neill just getting right up in front and finishing the job on some of those mechs. They were face to face, like throwing helmets at each other on the other side of a berm, basically. And then he was able to step up and get a lot of those key takedowns. Just a lot of key one-on-ones in that battle.
That was one heck of a way to finish that round. But you know what? We're going to throw it to Darren for a little bit. I think he's got some announcements to make, and then we'll be back shortly.